Hey y'all, how you doing today? All right, as you can see, back in the garage, busy, back at it. When the weather gets colder, it's harder to make these videos because there is literally no insulation in my garage. Uh, as an example, one winter, a friend of mine said, "Hey, I have this big uh, kerosene heater. You know, the blast heaters that kind of look like a small jet engine." Has the tank under it, and has roll around on wheels, Okay, had one of those, had it in here, burned several, probably 2 or 3 gallons of fuel. Temperature rose, had it in, probably burned about like 5 gallons of fuel, and temperature only rose maybe a degree or two. So there is literally no insulation in this building. I can walk outside right now with the lights on, and I'll tell you what, I'll just show you. You'll see what I'm talking about. Let me flip the camera around. Okay, of course around the doors, there's no insulation. Kind of knew that. I thought maybe it'd be kind of nice to see this from a different perspective. I'm telling you. Okay, here we go. Look up there. See, that's my roof connecting to the rest of the structure. There's literally no insulation at all. Literally none. So I have to just soldier on and work with what I've got. That's why I really don't like winter, or one of the reasons why I don't like winter. But right now I am working on the $50 318. Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you so terribly much. So much for all the likes, the shares, and subscribes to the channel. Up to 560 subscribers. Yeah, 760, hey, I'm shooting for it. But 560 subscribers, which is kind of the growth thus this year, just 2 months in, is pretty amazing, because got to 500 subscribers just in just December 25th. So nice little Christmas present for me. But so now we're in February, and not even Valentine's Day, 560 subscribers. So no, I'm sorry, 570. So 570 subscribers. I mean, it's just, whew, it's mind-blowing, really. But working on the $50 3, working on the fabrication here for the front drive accessory pulley setup. Just making some changes and some brackets and everything else. Show you some of what I did. I come up with this bracket right here, made from some of this material right here, this steel. Pretty thick, pretty strong stuff, really. This is rock solid, and it's in line with the rest of the pulleys. I think this is going to work out very, very well. Currently, right now, I'm making a bracket to go from this bolt hole to this bolt hole right here. I've just about got it finished. This is really nice and really exciting. I still got some other stuff I've got to attend to. You can see I've got the water outlet finalized. That's sitting there. It's just an exhaust pipe, but it will work. I've got to modify a bracket, an existing bracket, to go from here to probably this bolt hole here, these two bolts, this one and this one, to this bolt right here. And if this setup works pretty good, it works, and it's not throwing belts and chewing belts alive and this sort of thing, I may actually be taking this similar setup and putting it on this engine, not this exact setup, but something very, very similar to this, and putting it on this engine, the $50 318, because this engine has got much bigger, greater plans. I've got much bigger, greater plans for it than just sitting here being a mock-up engine. It's a late 80s, it's like 86, 87, 88 model LA 318. It's got the roller lifters in it, so it's a roller lifter engine. It's got the 302 combustion chamber, 302 casting number combustion chamber heads, which is the swirl type combustion chamber. Here's the other bracket I'm working on. I've got it pretty well finalized. I've got to cut it, and I've got to dress it up a little bit here and there. I'll let you see what I'm doing, okay? So, yeah, the metal is, part of it there is too long, so I'm going to have to cut it and get it, cut it off and get it where I want it. All right, here we go. Alright, next going to put on the flapper wheel, and I'm using a Dewalt flapper wheel. This is .40 grit. This is a 40 grit. Let me tell you something. When it comes to buying these things and using them, you can buy the cheaper ones, and I'm not going to, I mean, I've used the cheaper ones too. I'm not going to say anything bad about anybody using a cheaper product. You can use the cheaper ones, but I'm going to tell you, you'll use quite a few of them in comparison to one or two of these. My only real gripe is that this thing is kind of deep right here, so it sits down in there, and then this nut, my spanner, has to reach down in there. So, gonna dress up the edges here. I don't want all of this flash or slag. You see all of this? This is like really, really bad, because this can like cause a lot of problems, cut you up, and also causes fitment issues. I'm gonna like angle these edges and everything like that. Okay, let's see. Put you down right here. And I'll show you the final product in just a minute. Okay, got the finalized product here. As you can see, the flash from all of that cutting is gone. I'm going to, I've got a little drilling edge there. I got to knock off. So, but now this is like so much nicer to handle. I don't have to worry about this cutting my fingers all to pieces. This paint that's on here, this is like really serious material. It's a really serious paint. I'm going to just use some stripper on it and just strip it all off, because I've tried grinding it and it just like comes off, and it just, there's like little bits of it here all over the damn place, and it's just, oh, it's just a mess. So, all right, I'm gonna dress this up just a bit more and let you see the final product. Okay, you see right here, got, so now why I cleaned all of that off is to get a good, when it seats on the bracket, it's got a good seat there, okay? So, show you how this is going to go on. Going to go on something like that right there, okay? And let's see. Gonna put you all right here. All right. It's a bird's eye view there, I reckon. So you got a perfect view of everything. So yeah, this is the $50 318, and oh, that is really super nice. That's just fitting really, really, really nice. Okay. Yeah, this is going to be great. It's going to be really nice. Put the nut back here. Hit the water pump pulley. Would use my air impact, but my air compressor's been off, and I really don't want to listen to it run because it makes a lot of noise and it's hard to hear anything. Okay. Okay, that's bolted up. So here we go. There's that. That's what I've been working on, both of these right here. If you want to know where to get this, look at most any of your local retail stores. If they're throwing away any kind of metal shelving, see if you can, like, you know, cabbage on that, get a hold of it, and that's what that is. That's got a when I used to work for Advanced Auto Parts, and I got like several of these. So that's what that stuff is, and it's good. It's very stout. It's sturdy. It's pretty thick. It's a little on the heavy side, but you know what? I think it'll do just fine. All right. As usual, you know, I don't think I have to say this, but I will go ahead and say it anyway. do make sure to use some sort of eye protection, okay, and hearing protection, because you know what, not only when you're fabricating like this right here, which I know is not like big high level fabricating, but when you're fabricating stuff like this, accidents can and do happen, and when they do, you can wind up, you know, getting your hearing damaged. And I'll tell you, it's really irritating to have to like struggle to hear somebody, especially when you're trying to communicate with somebody who has no concept of the idea of, hey, you know what, you're mumbling, would you care to speak up, please? And they just barely do speak up any at all. So, all right. I was on my knees there. Oh, okay. All right. So thank you so much for watching. I really do seriously appreciate it. I'm hungry and I'm thirsty and I've got some stuff to put away. And so still gotta back the truck in here, and but I was really happy to get on that, the $50 318, and get some more fabrication work done on that. And like I said, I've probably said it before in a previous video, but that engine, I've got big plans for it. If everything, I'm going to take it, and I'm going to, once this is done, I'm going to be taking this engine down and apart. I may get another engine stand, I may not, and I'm going to take it apart. I'm going to check the bearings in the bottom end of main and rod bearings, make sure they're okay, and I've got a different cam for it, and I'm going to be putting new oil pan gasket, new timing chain gaskets, timing cover gaskets. And like I said, if this whole setup works pretty good right here, I will be going and doing something pretty cool with this engine. It's going to go right here. So, and I think I've mentioned that before in a previous video, but I thought I'd just throw it out there again anyway. But don't worry, this engine is not going anywhere. This is a keeper. It's not getting sold or traded off or anything like that. This one's a keeper. So she's a honey, and I've got much bigger, greater, grander plans for it than this car here. Okay, the Barracuda is cool, it's great, but the Barracuda is just the Barracuda, and I've got bigger plans for it. Like, I'm going to put it in something much cooler and nicer, and much cooler and nicer. Have I got an exhaust leak right there? No, that's the shadow. Okay. I was seeing this dark area right here, and I thought it was an exhaust leak, but it isn't. So, okay. I thought I had a crack in the manifold. Okay. But yes, the Slant 6 is not going away. It's not going anywhere. It's going to get a new lease on life. It's going into another vehicle that is really super cool and way, 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 way older than this. Way older than this right here. I mean, we're talking, you know, that the car that this will be going in is some sort of, I'm not going to tell you yet, but it's going to be really early, and it's going to be very grandpa looking, and not grandpa looking as in like, you know, 4 doors and, you know, 4-door Cadillac or something like that. No. It's a plan that's been brewed a long time, and I've been dreaming about it for a long time. I've been wanting to build it for a long time. So you'll see. Just pay attention to the channel. You'll see. But thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate all the shares and the likes and the subscribes. You all are great, and I really appreciate it. If you have any questions about this video or any others, be sure to comment down below. Okay? And you're smart. You know what to do. All right? Thank you very much. God bless.